Hey folks, I am back with an update after a couple weeks of silence here. So let me just adjust the camera a little bit. So wow, the past 6 weeks or so have been kind of crazy for us and for Southwest Florida, of course. If you follow me, you see it on my channel a few weeks ago that right after Hurricane Ian hit, raised money. I thank you, the people of Southwest Florida, thank you for donating, helping not just change some lives for the better, but probably save some lives, because we were able to get some much needed food and other supplies over to Pine Island, where people were stranded with nothing, and it was a really a good experience, exhausting experience, gratifying experience. Yeah, you could throw every emotion onto it as possible you could think of, and yeah, it really comes down to the fact that I firmly believe we are the most generous country in the world when it comes to these kind of things, and that was very much appreciated. You probably saw a post that Charlotte was able to secure a place to live, so we definitely made her life better and improved. She said she moves into her new place, I think she said December 9th, and she's secured a few things, so she's on her way back, and we all thank you for that. And I've said many times that I was just a delivery driver and helped get these things to happen. You guys are the ones that are responsible for it actually happening and taking place. So again, we all thank you for that. So what's happened in relation to the hurricane and our business? So I want to give you an update on that. We are going to be moving probably. So the things have just gotten real difficult around here when it comes to this stuff. The city of Cape Coral had held up my business permit to, they wanted a firewall installed here between me and the tenant next to me, and then they put everything on hold, all permits on hold for 30 days. I don't know if they've extended that or not, for the hurricane recovery, and just things that we couldn't control. My landlord told me the other day, under the circumstances, if I wanted out of the lease, he'd let me out of the lease. So we're currently looking for another space, and going to try to relocate, try to find something a little better. A problem now is, though, all these contractors are rolling into the area and taking up all the types of space that we need. And they're not going to leave anytime soon, and they're probably going to be here a few years with this recovery effort. So that's underway. We're going to see what happens. Maybe come up with some different plans. I've thought about having someone else ship for me, like Amazon FBA, or maybe another partner that I've talked to, but we'll see where that goes. Another driving factor behind that is the space that we've been in, where we were intending to use, turned out to be less than ideal too. There's a lot of traffic noise at certain times of the day, and in the evenings, you would think that there was a biker bar up the street or something, because the traffic just rolls past here, and it is loud trucks and motorcycles and things. It makes it very hard to do videos. And then the lady that's next door in the office space, a super sweet, nice lady that custom makes like curtains and upholstery things, I think, and she uses a air compressor because she has a staple gun, I think, and so I'm hearing the air compressor. I'm hearing saws outside in the parking lot cutting things constantly. It makes it really hard to do YouTube videos, and having to work around that. So those kind of things, live and learn. other things that we're going to take to the next destination and try to make sure we have a better location than we have here for those things, and to be able to get our business under the way and start shipping goods, hopefully be able to do more goods and more things that you guys want us to do, just depending on what kind of space we can find. It is just so difficult here right now to find a small, medium-sized space. There's a few that are very large that are available, but that's very expensive. So we'll see how this goes over the next few days. I'm waiting for some answers from the realtor today on a few properties we're looking at, and we'll get it done. It's just taking a little bit longer than we anticipated because of that hurricane and the interruptions. I am still continuing to do some testing and planning and working on the website and the mobile app. All those things are still underway and progressing and moving along. It was just slowed down and paused for about 6 or 7 weeks or so after the storm, and we'll get things back on track. We also made our final move last weekend to Florida. We are now officially in Florida. Everything, our house is empty back in Louisville. It's on the market, hopefully going to sell soon. Rates are killing us right now as far as home buyer activity, but I think it's still going to sell pretty soon. It's not going to be too big of an issue. We have a company coming, some movers coming this Saturday to get the rest of our stuff and bring it down here so we can get everything put in storage and get everything else to our house. We're set up where we need it, and looking forward to that. Was exhausted after we went back home for about 10 days or so. We were there a couple days longer than we wanted to be. Probably could have stayed another couple of days and got even more done, but we managed to get it to the point we could get out of there, and drove down on Saturday, and Saturday or Friday, I don't even know what day we drove down. I think it was Saturday, but that is progressing along at least. And just on cue, there's the saw I'm talking about in the parking lot. It makes it very hard to do YouTube videos with that kind of noise. And now we are faced with Tropical Storm Nicole coming. So Nicole looks like it's going to hit the East Coast, maybe Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm area. And we're probably going to get some rain and wind from it. I noticed this morning all the debris in our parking lot, they had put some heavy stuff on it to keep it from blowing around again. Again, we were pretty fortunate, so overall, not too bad. And just really looking forward to getting past the rest of the hurricane storm season. The weather here is amazing right now, I can tell you that. And just want to get things going with the business again and make some progress. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but things are moving. I'll try to keep you updated as we, find new space. And I'm still working on the e-learning courses for Inkscape and some other things that we're going to be rolling out. Again, just everything's been put on pause or slow down or however you want to say it, and we'll get back on track. I'm trying to get back on track soon. I feel. Now, on the other side of things, the most recent development, in just last little bit, is we have a space we're going to look at today that is over, in Fort Myers, and I actually think this cannot be a more perfect space given how it's laid out. It's a little bit bigger, which means it's more expensive. So we've got to decide how big of a risk and leap do we want to take to do this, and we just have to take a look at it, figure that out, and honestly, this is really the only space that is available that fits what we can do within miles of us. So, I keep telling myself, I've always told myself that everything happens for a reason, and I was texting with my brother yesterday, and I told him that I can't help but think that all these delays and slowdowns and everything, that it's all happening for a reason. So we're going to finish up here at my desk, pack up today, head over there, check that space out, see if it's something that we can make the commitment on, take the next steps, and get things off the ground, and ultimately be probably positioned better than we would be. So see how this goes.